Welcome, or good morning, or good afternoon, depending on where you're watching this at, to another edition of MIW. Got the D-Man here, and I am glad you could join me. I had a viewer ask me how he could raise his SMV, his sexual market value. Really, it's just your value in general. But some people use that term. It's kind of a crude term, or it can be viewed that way by women, of course. But the reality is there is a sexual market out there, or there's a market for men and women, if you care to perceive it that way. Perception is everything, so however you choose to perceive that, that is the way that you view it. But this viewer asked me to tell him how he could raise his sexual market value. By raising your sexual market value, you actually just raise your value. And all of that is an inside job. It's not done by having a nice car or a lot of money. And I mean, these things will, how do I say, momentarily get people to perceive you as high value or high on the sexual market value scale. But as soon as they meet you and you open your mouth, if there's no inherent value within yourself, if you have no self-respect, self-value, and you only have these outside things trying to reinforce the valuelessness you feel, it will not get you far. It will get you a gold digger, someone who just wants your money, but it won't get you a woman that really desires you for who you are. Now, a lot of people say, oh, just be yourself. Now, there is some truth to that, and there is some not so truth to that. Not a very good way to say it, but the point is, be yourself. Be yourself the same as you would be around your friends, around your buddies. A lot of people, a lot of men, think they're being themselves by being Mr. Nice Guy with the girl, although they wouldn't treat their best friend that way. So in reality, they are not being themselves. If their best friend tried to lay some crap on them that some girls try to lay on guys, they would call them out. But they don't call the girl out because they want to be a nice guy. So the reality is they are not actually being themselves, although they think they are. But to raise your value, you have to feel valuable. Now, what kind of things do you do that makes you feel valuable? One thing is be a man of integrity. When you tell someone you're going to do something, do it. When you tell yourself you're going to do something, do it. For example, let's say you think to yourself, I'm going to go to the gym and work out today. And I'm going to do that every day for the next month. Okay, if you do that, at the end of the month, you will feel more valuable. And you will probably look better too. I just had a strange noise on my computer. But the most valuable thing there is not so much about how you're going to look. It's the fact that you said to yourself you were going to do it every day for a month and you did it. That's the important thing. Now, better if you're just starting out to say, I'm going to go to the gym 3 days a week for whatever. It depends on what kind of shape you're in. Oh yes, and always consult your doctor before doing any kind of physical exercise. Is that like a disclaimer you throw in there? But you know what you need to do. Okay, so anytime you tell someone you're going to do something, you need to do it, regardless of what it is. Now, I realize there's going to be times when you told someone you're going to meet them and you have a flat tire or your car breaks down or some emergency comes up. Now, all you have to do in those cases is call the person, tell them what happened, apologize if it's necessary for not making it to whatever appointment you had. But in general, you need to be a man of your word. That will make you feel better about yourself. That will make you feel more valuable. Thus, you project more value out into the world. I had an interruption there. It's kind of hard sometimes to video here in my house. As some of you know, I have 6 kids. So we will continue. I forgot where I was. I was talking about value and doing what you say you're going to do. Very important. This creates perception or a feeling of value within yourself. Do things that raise your self-esteem. Now, that can be being a man of your word, as I said, being a man that does what is necessary to accomplish what you need to accomplish. It can be as simple as getting up in the morning and fixing your bed every day, keeping your room clean every day, keeping your car washed every day. All these little things. It doesn't have to be one big thing. And anything on the outside, like if you buy this, let's say you buy a Ferrari or some nice car. Now that will make you feel better, but it doesn't raise your value, because what happens if you crash the car? All of a sudden you're a man without a car. You know, there are some guys out there that have nothing that can pick up any girl they want, okay? And there's some guys out there that have millions of dollars, even probably billions, but they don't know how to deal with women. They don't know how to approach women because they feel like she is so much more than they are. Treat beautiful women the same way you treat women you're not interested in. Talk to all women. Talk to all men. Make conversations when you're out. A gentleman asked me yesterday how he could improve his social skills. Simple, be social. Okay, what does that mean? That means when you go out, say hi to people, talk to people. What is everyone's favorite subject? Themselves. Ask them about themselves, not in a detective style way, but in an inquisitive, curious way. People love to talk about themselves. Just talk to everyone. And then when you meet that girl that you think is a goddess or is so beautiful that wouldn't want anything to do with you, you can go up and start a conversation with her. It's really easy. It's not that hard. And if you're doing things that are raising your value within yourself, you will feel like she is fortunate that you are talking to her. Never approach a girl thinking, I wonder if she'll like me. Approach a girl thinking, I wonder if I'll like her. Don't seek her approval. Get her to seek your approval. And you can only do that when you value yourself enough to think that just because she's pretty doesn't mean she fits the standards I have for myself. And those standards you have for yourself first come by being, I'll say, strict with yourself about what you do, how you do it, the value you provide to the world. Okay, if you have a job or if you're self-employed, what are you giving to your employer? What are you giving to your clients? Are you giving more value than you're receiving back? That's good, because you will feel more valuable. Now, I read a comment the other day and someone said, I'm not staying 20 minutes late. I'm not going to, no, he said he could stay 20 minutes late, but he would never get there early. Okay, and I can only guess by what was written in the comment that he doesn't feel like he'll ever get that back from his boss. And he probably won't, but that's not the point. The point is his boss is not his supply. You cannot give value out into the world without value coming back to you. So regardless if you give it to an ungrateful boss, somehow that value will come back to you, because you will feel more valuable within yourself too by giving more value. But now you can't give it in a resentful manner, think, he's never going to notice. I'm never going to get nothing here. This is a waste of time. No, you got to know when you do it that that is going to return to you. Always give more than you're getting paid for. I'll try to say this, but I get it confused. You will never get paid more than you're getting paid now until you do more than you're getting paid for now. I got it right. It's kind of confusing, but think about that. Everyone wants a fire, but nobody wants to go out and cut wood. Everyone wants a crop of corn, let's say, but they don't want to plant the seed. You have to first plant the seed. And now, when they plant crops, they don't just plant one seed. They plant a lot of seeds, because sometimes seeds don't grow. So if you plant a lot of seeds of value in your life, wherever that may be, that value is going to come back to you. And the first thing is you will feel more valuable yourself because you are giving more value out. You cannot give away anything in life that will not return to you 100 times more. Now, sometimes it takes time. It takes time for the crop to grow. So you go out and give value today and you think, it doesn't work. I didn't get anything back. It will return to you. Continue to sow seeds of value in your life. Open a door for someone, but don't expect a thank you. Open the door for men. No, it's okay to open doors for women, but sometimes they don't appreciate it and it might piss you off. They may not say thank you, but don't do it for the thanks. Whatever you do, help an old woman put her groceries in her trunk. I did that once, and this woman was like, what are you doing? I said, I want to help you. Oh, okay, she said. She was afraid. Most people out there are afraid. So if you approach someone to talk to them and they kind of seem standoffish, it's because they're afraid. Most people walk around in fear, but not you. You're here because you're not afraid. You want to become different. You want to be more than you are now. But what you are right now is enough. Never think you're not enough. You are perfect just as you are. You may look at yourself in the mirror and think, God, I'm out of shape, I'm fat, I'm this, I'm that. Doesn't matter. When you look in the mirror, see what you want to see. Talk to yourself as you want to be. Very important to talk to yourself in the mirror every day. Tell yourself how great you are. Think about your best friend. What would you say to him if he was down, not feeling good about himself? You be your own best friend. It's so important every day to look in that mirror. Tell yourself that you love yourself, you're the greatest. Muhammad Ali is a good example of that. He spoke about how he was the greatest, and he became the greatest. Good example. Now, you don't have to tell other people, but tell yourself. Every chance you get, tell yourself how great you are, how good you feel about yourself. And as I have said before, at first this is going to feel like a lie, because it is a lie if you don't feel it. But it's not a lie. Say it until you believe it. You've spent years probably cutting yourself down, telling yourself you're not good enough, nobody would want you, she's too beautiful for me. There is nobody too beautiful for you. I have seen guys that you may say are somewhat challenged in the looks department be with beautiful women because inside they felt they were valuable, that she was lucky to have him. Think about that. You've seen it. Look around, you'll see it. Looks are not everything. People see beyond your looks. Looks will get your foot in the door. But once you open your mouth, once you display who you really are inside, that is what will either make someone more attracted to you or repel them from you. I hope this has been of help to you. If you'd like to get my help personally, Mark's Inspirational Guidance at gmail.com. Smash that like button if you're on YouTube. Leave a comment in the comments section. Hit the notification bell and have a great day.